And you've got Islam Makhachev at the top of the division. You got to be ready to be able to stop people.
All right, let's talk about a call-out that's getting a lot of attention, because Machado Garry is already looking at Islam Makhachev and basically saying, that's the mountain I want to climb.
Tonight was a warm-up for the world title fight. Islam Makhachev is better than Bilal everywhere. However, I believe I'm undefeated against southpaws. Islam Makhachev is a southpaw. Islam Makhachev has to go into that fight and he has to grab my leg and he has to try to get me down. With my friends in Russia, or my friends in Georgia over here, we're going to stop the Russians from having their success. We're going to stop the Dagestanis from having that success, and we're going to shut him down and we're going to take his head clean off his shoulders.
Gary's main point is simple. If he gets a title fight with Makhachev and he wins the belt, he does not want to hear any excuses from anybody afterward. Not from fans, not from media, not from other fighters. He's saying the result should be clean and respected, and he's even framed it like this would prove he beat the best pound-for-pound guy in the sport. That's a wild thing to put out there, because Islam is not some easy name to chase for clout. He's the kind of champion who can make elite fighters look like they ran into a wall and could not find a door. Now, I also want to keep the timeline straight because it matters for credibility. Garry is a top welterweight contender, and he has been in big pressure moments, but he is not undefeated. He took his first pro loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov at UFC 310 in December 2024, and that tells me he has already been pushed into deep water. The interesting part is that the loss did not break his confidence. If anything, he came out of it sounding even more sure that he belongs in the title picture, and that confidence is exactly why people keep watching him. He's long, fast, and smooth on the feet, and he fights like he expects to win every minute. And real quick, if you're enjoying this breakdown and you want more UFC stories explained in plain language, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. So, why is calling out Makhachev such a massive swing? Because Islam is not just a champion, he's a nightmare-style matchup. He became the UFC welterweight champion by beating Jack Della Maddalena in the main event of UFC 322, and that move also matters because Islam used to hold the UFC lightweight title too. That's why people talk about him as a pound-for-pound monster. He's known for elite wrestling, heavy top control, and grappling that feels like getting pinned under a car, and he's also smart on the feet and patient, which means he doesn't give you many openings. When Garry says no excuses, he's basically daring everyone to accept the outcome no matter what. He's saying, if I win, don't try to protect the champ with explanations. And honestly, that's what makes this storyline fun. The fight is not booked right now, but Garry putting this out there keeps his name connected to the belt, and it keeps pressure on the division. If he keeps winning, the UFC will have to take him seriously. And if the Makhachev fight ever happens, it becomes a real clash of styles, striking confidence versus championship control. Either way, Garry has done the most important part of a call-out. He made the whole world picture the matchup, and now everybody's watching to see if he can earn it.